See, how the hell could I cancel it? Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fan Den UK. As so, just get me. Sorry, guys, just showing the team news. Apologies, I'm a little bit late. I did schedule the stream, but I just can't seem to get away from the technical problems at the minute, guys. It's driving me up the wall, but not to worry, we're here now. So Celtic on the attack now down this near side. Aberdeen coming to press the ball. Celtic now playing it all the way back to the halfway line. Now playing it down that far side in behind. But it's a bit too much pace on that ball, and it's gone out for a throw in on this. No, it's not. Took the no, sorry, it's gone out for a goal kick, guys. Sorry, my bad. No, throwing. Referee needs to make up his mind. So, ball back in play. Celtic have nicked it back as they knock it into the box. Aberdeen knocking it away. As Celtic intercept it on the edge of the box. Now playing it out wide to this near side. Aberdeen come across to press the ball, but Celtic still in possession. And they play it across the face of goal, and now a shot, but just wide of that far post. Good effort there from Celtic, but not far away from goal, just going wide. So goal kick for Aberdeen coming. Ball kicked up the field. And it's headed on and goes straight back to Celtic's goalkeeper, Joe Hart. So Celtic now playing out from the back as they play the ball out wide to this near side. Playing forward towards the halfway line, and Celtic now play it across that halfway line and out to that far side, trying to stretch Aberdeen. Aberdeen coming across to press the ball, but just sitting off at the moment as Celtic just play it about inside Aberdeen's half of the field. Now playing it out wide to this near side as they push further up. Now coming towards the edge of the box. Ball crossed in, headed away by Aberdeen, but challenged on this near side by both sets of players. And Celtic player gone to ground a little bit easy there, claimed by the Aberdeen player. But the referee not in agreement. It did look a little bit of a soft challenge, in fairness. Stevie saying, afternoon, guys. How you doing, Stevie? Good to have you with us this morning, mate. How you doing? So free kick on this near side for Celtic. Ball comes into the box and it's towards the back post, headed down, and it's in the back of the net. But it's not going to count. Offside flag's gone up, and that goal will be disallowed. But yeah, it was a good corner, right towards the back post, headed towards goal. But as I say, the flag has gone up, and it's still 0-0. So 11 minutes gone, guys. And no goals. So we're just waiting for a restart, but the referee clearly having discussions with the technical staff. So we're still waiting for this referee to make a decision here, guys. There is a goal gone in the back of the net. The linesman put the flag up. And now we've had the decision overturned. So well, to be fair, I would like to have another look at that because that did look offside to me. So let's just have a look. We're just going to replay it now. Ball crossed into the box, headed down, tapped in at the back post. At this near post, and it's the Celtic player that's tapping it in at the this near post that is questioned for offside, but not showing us. And now Celtic on the attack again, and to get another shot on goal from the edge of the box, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. Now Aberdeen try to attack down that far side as they come forward now into the Celtic half of the field. Celtic challenging for it on that far side, but it's Aberdeen managing to keep possession. Aberdeen now with the ball over the top, and it's gone out of play, and that will be, I think it's going to be a corner. Not sure who got the last touch there, but yeah, it is. It's corner to Aberdeen. Good morning, Ryan. How you doing? I should have said good afternoon now, innit? So, how you doing, Ryan? Welcome to the show, mate. Ball comes in from the corner towards the edge of the box, not towards goal. Goalkeeper. It's blocked, but it's still being knocked about on the edge of the box. Now Aberdeen coming again with the ball out on that far side. Ball crossed in. That's Aberdeen trying to get the shot off there, but two Aberdeen players with the same idea right next to each other, and they kind of collided. Both. Well, if you have a look at that, get a chance to take a look at that later, guys. Have a look. Two players both trying to kick the same ball on the volley. That's quite funny. You don't see that very often. I think they both was trying to kick it and then looking at each other and say, "What are you doing here?" This is my ball. That was quite funny. That's cheered me up. That Ryan is saying, since we scored, we not really in game. Very poor from Reds. Bristol deserved goal, but was it offside yesterday? Well, yes. Hello to you as well, Ryan. How you doing, mate? Ryan, straight into the football talk of Barnsley's game yesterday. Ball over the top now for Aberdeen, trying to get in behind that Celtic defence as Celtic knocking away on that far side. And it's a throw in to Aberdeen. I don't know, Ryan, because I haven't seen the highlights, mate, of that game, so I couldn't really say if it was offside or not. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at it, mate. But I wouldn't be too disheartened about Barnsley, mate. 4 points out of 2 games. It's not a bad start to the season. You're up there. You're near the top end of the league. Made a good start. Yeah, maybe a little bit of mistakes yesterday, but come on, you've got, you're a football fan, mate. We're all educated. You have to sometimes remember players have emotions and personal stuff going on off the field as well. Sometimes they might not be just that switched on 100% that you need them to be to get the win. So, you have to look at all aspects in football, really, sometimes. Some fans just think that players can play like machines. It doesn't work like that. Why do you think you pay millions of pounds to coaches every year to try and get the best out of the players? But yeah, I understand, Ryan. I understand your disappointment and frustration, mate. But like I say, I think 4 points out of 2 games it's start of the season. That's pretty good, mate. That's pretty good in my opinion. But I do understand that can be frustrating dropping points, not getting decisions in games. But as I say, mate, I think you should be proud of Barnsley's start to the season. Dave, how you doing, mate? Dave saying, hi, guys. Happy Sunday. I like that. Quality. Welcome to the show, Dave. Thank you, mate. Happy Sunday to you as well. How you doing, Dave? Loving that. Love that positive comment. And welcome to the show, Dave. Yeah, I'm doing not too bad. I'm was a little bit stressed out of yet again more technical problems this morning, but I think these things are meant to chat. I suppose learning about them now early in the broad project will help me get better at figuring them out in the future. That's all. I'm trying to use the psychology to not to not let it get me down because seem to keep getting a bit more than my fair share of technical problems. But not to worry, I'm good. Thank you for asking, Dave, and I hope you are good on this Sunday afternoon, mate. Pleasure to have you with us. So free kick for Celtic as the ball kicked towards goal, but it's knocked out by Aberdeen on this near side, and that's going to be a corner to Celtic. So the referee just blowing the whistle because there's some handbags going on in the box. So yeah, Dave also saying, afternoon, Stevie. Dave, you are an absolute star, mate. Thank you. Absolutely. I really do appreciate when you guys acknowledge Stevie. So top stuff. Thanks, Dave. Oh, the ball comes in now. It's knocked away. Celtic pick up the pieces on the edge of the box, getting another shot off, but it's just wide of that far post. And that will be a goal kick to Aberdeen. So 19 minutes gone, guys. Aberdeen 0, Celtic 1. Ball kicked up the field from the goalkeepers. Both sets of players challenging for it. Now Aberdeen pick up the possession, knocking it back to the halfway line as Celtic challenge for it, and the referee has given a foul on that far side of the pitch. So free kick taken, ball long down that side of the field. Oh, Aberdeen worked it nicely now. They managed to work through the press. Ball crossed in, headed away out to this near side, and it's gone out for a throw in. Dave is saying stressed. Millwall losing 1-0 in the 94th minute. I'm better today after yesterday's game. Yeah, I can imagine, Dave. Yeah, that's disappointing. I was really expecting Millwall to have a really good game yesterday, mate. I was shocked with that result, to be fair, because you guys played really well. I watched, obviously, as you know, I watched the game last week against Middlesbrough, and you guys played. I thought it was a little bit of a tactical masterclass. You absorbed loads of pressure, soaked it up, playing away from home. Knew you had to soak up a certain amount of pressure, and you got the goal late on and got the 3 points. Really good result. So I thought that Millwall players would be well up for it yesterday to try and at least get a draw out of it and keep that momentum going. But like I say, maybe just a little bit of lack of concentration at the end of the game, and they've allowed themselves to concede that goal. Was it a defensive mistake, Dave? I'm not a chance to look at the highlights, mate. But have you seen it? Have you seen what how it came about, that late goal? Ball knocked out on that far side. Both sets of play. Oh, no, it's kept in. Both sets of players challenge for it, and now the referee has blown for a foul. So I think this foul, yeah, it's going to be a free kick to Aberdeen in a pretty dangerous place on that far side of the pitch. I'm just trying to work it out now. It's actually no, it's a bit further away from goal than I thought it was, guys, but still in a good position. So ball taken, free kick taken short, knocked out to this near side. Now crossed into the box and cut back as it on that towards that back post and headed towards goal, but no, Aberdeen just heading it wide. good effort, really good effort that, but just gave themselves a bit too much to do. Sometimes it's just needed just a direct power shot in it, guys. So Aberdeen winning it back on that far side now as they play it into the centre of the park. Celtic challenging for it. Aberdeen now with a shot from distance, and it's just over the bar. But Celtic certainly not having it all their own way. Aberdeen attacking when they get the opportunity. Dave saying 2-2 today's game, Aberdeen v Celtic. Okay, thanks for that, Dave. Can you guys actually hear me? Because I've noticed the last couple of days I've been asking a few fans questions and getting no answers. So I was just wondering if you guys actually can hear me. Ball knocked down that far side. As it's Celtic heading it back in the direction it came. Aberdeen now get the ball under control on the halfway line. But yeah, that's a good shout, Dave. We're in for a treat if we get a 2-2 scoreline, mate. Absolutely, definitely think we're in for a treat if that is the case. Celtic now on the attack, ball down this near side, in behind as Aberdeen cut out the possession, knocking it out to this near side. Now Celtic come towards the byline, and Aberdeen not giving them an inch of space there. I'm trying to work out which way what the referee's done here. I think he's given the foul against Celtic, so it's going to be a free kick, I think, for Celtic. Just a bit of a scrappy challenge there from Aberdeen. Davy's saying, Gaz, it was the very last kick of the game, a long throw in, a mass of players, and a freak strike. So, right, I'm with you. So can't. I get it. I'm sorry. Got Aberdeen on the attack as they come down that far. This near side now, coming into the box. And going towards the byline, ball cut back, and now Aberdeen have scored. Aberdeen have equalised. What a fantastic goal. Just catching Celtic out there, hitting them on the counter-attack. Celtic was in possession. Aberdeen nicked it back, and then pretty much a long ball over the top, and they were in behind that Celtic defence. And all he had to do was cut the ball back, teammate running onto it, bang, straight into the back of the net. Absolutely nothing Joe Hart could do about it. So yeah, mate, that is very. It sounds like I've seen Bolton concede goals like that as well. So very frustrating result that, mate. But keep your chin up. Hopefully, it was just just a freak one, mate. As I say, let's hope that Millwall players can get their focus back and get back to winning ways. I'm expecting you guys. I've said it a few times now. I'm expecting you guys to have a really good season overall. But one bad result or one unlucky result, because can't really call it a bad result if it was just a freak goal at late in the stage. It's kind of a bit of a smash and grab, really, wasn't it? From the way you're describing it to me, Dave. So with Dave Turnbull into the referee's book for a challenge on the Aberdeen player there. So free kick to Aberdeen. Ball kick long down the field as Aberdeen now knock it out to this near side. Coming into the box. Celtic press the ball, but Aberdeen still with a possession as Celtic forced to knock it out of play. and that's going to be a corner to Aberdeen on this near side. So yeah, thanks, Dave. But like I said, mate, keep your chin up, Dave, because it's early in the season yet, mate. And not a disappointing result like yesterday. I totally understand your frustration with that, mate. But like I say, plenty more games to go. So corner comes in, it's headed away. But thanks for that, Dave. Dave also saying, here you clearly got all right. Thanks, mate. I was just checking because, like I said, I know I've chucked out a few questions at you guys the last couple of days, and I've obviously you've just answered, Dave. So my bad there, mate. My apologies. But I was just talking generally, and I have asked a few questions to you guys over the last few days, and I've been not getting answers much. So I presume I was wondering whether maybe I kept fading in and out as I'm moving my head, and that's why you guys not hearing me. So yeah, nice one, Dave. Top man. Thank you, mate. Oh, Celtic now with the ball over the top. They're in behind, and Celtic have scored a second, catching Aberdeen while they were in good momentum. Aberdeen trying to keep the pressure on, trying to keep the momentum going, but playing higher up the field has cost them as Celtic find a way in behind. And it came from came from Aberdeen's own clearance, just ball out from the keeper, knocked up the field, headed back in the direction it came, headed on, as Aberdeen tried to actually head it back to the goalkeeper, and ended up heading it straight to the Celtic forward. And he's just been able to slam it straight back past the keeper. So Kyogo with the second goal for Celtic on, well, I think it's probably about 28 and a half minutes. We're on 29 now, guys. So Aberdeen 1, Celtic 2. Oh, now Celtic coming again down that far side as they come into the box. Ball crossed in, but this time it's a poor one as it bounces out on this near side. But Celtic just managing to keep it in as they come again. Aberdeen challenging for it, trying to clear their lines as they play it up the field. Celtic challenging, but now Aberdeen managed to work through the press there as they come racing forward. Now in behind the Celtic defence, ball just a bit too much on that, and Joe are able to claim it comfortably, and that relieves the pressure for Celtic. David Shield saying, sunk, laugh out loud. Sorry, sunk? Oh, sunk. All right. Yeah, I'm with you now, Dave. Yeah. Yep. I get you, mate. I get you. I hadn't even noticed, to be honest, mate. Half asleep, and I get used to it because I know you guys can spell perfectly well, but sometimes the devices that you're on presume you're saying another word, don't they? So, yeah, no worries. Dave, Chelsea FC Focus, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. See, you changed your name again. I did see a message. I just haven't had chance to reply. Been busy. So we've got a goal kick now for Aberdeen. Aberdeen now with a goal kick. So yeah, thank you for that, Chelsea FC Focus. Welcome to the show, mate. I'm just trying to work out what's going on here. We've got a collision. Got Aberdeen and Celtic player collided on the pitch there. We've got Celtic player down on the pitch. Oh, he's back on his feet now. Dazan. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly. So yeah, it's going to be a free kick to Celtic. So free kick on that far side. The referee seemed to take an age then to make up his mind what he was doing about that. Celtic now playing the ball out to this near side as they come forward into the Aberdeen half of the field. Aberdeen come to press the ball for Celtic to play it back into the centre, and now working it out to that far side as they come down the far side of the pitch now, coming into the box. Ball hooked back in as Aberdeen come to challenge for it, and eventually the ball ends up back with a goalkeeper, as I think the referee's also blown there for an offside as well. So either way, it's going to be Aberdeen that get us back underway. Celtic FC Focus saying, "Oh, forgot to say, change channel." Yeah, I'd already seen your comment, as I say, mate. Just haven't had a chance to reply. I felt really let down by Chelsea, so that's why I never told you about me supporting them too, along with Crusaders, of course. Okay, mate. No worries. No worries. Yep, that's fair enough. I'm not sure why though. Should be happy to express which club you support, mate. Any club can have a bad season. Any club. Just because just because Chelsea got big, deep financial pockets and able to challenge at the top and pay the big money for the players doesn't mean they're invincible as a club for having problems that can unsettle the squad. It can happen in any team, absolutely any team. Even look at Man United, another example. You know, claim to be the richest club in the world, but yet it doesn't matter how much money they've got. They're not the richest club in the world anymore, are they? But I know they've claimed that in the past. But the point is that it doesn't matter how much money they've got. Money doesn't buy you success. It's all the pieces have got to click together, right? So yeah, never be ashamed, guys, of telling me which clubs you support. Like I say, I'm a realist. I'm not a football hater. I'm a realist. I like to talk facts about football and look at all the aspects, all the different points of view. And like I say, one point of view can tell you is that any club can have one bad season. Any club, doesn't matter who it is, don't matter whether they've got the world's best players in the dressing room. If things don't click behind the scenes, then you can have a bad season. So Celtic now with the ball on that far side as they kick the ball long. Aberdeen challenging for it, winning it back now midway inside the Celtic half as they come towards the edge of the box. Ball crossed in and it's headed away out on that far side. And that'll be a corner to Aberdeen. So thanks for that, mate. Dave Shields saying, Gaz, I'm not worried about the last two games we've lost, but it's early doors, long way to go. Absolutely. Well said. Yeah, absolutely. Well said, Dave. Absolutely spot on, mate. Spot on. Nailed it there. Like you said, a long way to go. I think I've said it a few times. I think Millwall will be up there in the mix. Corner comes in for Aberdeen, and it's knocked away out to this near side by Celtic. So that's going to be another corner to Aberdeen, this time on this near side. So yeah, absolutely well said, Dave. Totally agree with that, mate. See ya. I'm just going to call it CFC Focus. It's easier. I'm Premier League. Yeah, I know, mate. I know, mate. I know. CFC Focus saying, come on, Aberdeen. Thanks for that, mate. Oh, they're currently losing at the moment. Corner comes in as it's knocked away. And now Aberdeen end up knocking it all the way back to their goalkeeper. As Celtic quickly come out and press the ball. Now the ball played back up the field. As Celtic now with the possession coming forward, knocking it out to that far side. It's now the ball crossed up towards the edge of the Aberdeen box. Aberdeen intercepting it as they try to play it down this near side now. Celtic quickly challenge for it, win it back, and now Celtic build again from the halfway line. So yeah, thanks for that CFC Focus. Dave Shields saying, at this rate, my 2-2 is out of the window. Not necessarily, mate. Not necessarily. The goals can slow down. as the game goes on. Sometimes you can have a good couple of goals early on in the game, and then the second half, it's like spot the goal or spot the ball. I don't know if you guys remember that, but years ago there used to be like a pools thing called spot the ball. I don't know where that came from, but show my age now. Um, but no, I wouldn't count yourself out, Dave. That's a very good score prediction if you ask me. So Celtic now with a throw in on the far side of the pitch, midway inside their own half of the field. Ball comes in as Aberdeen challenge for it. Now Aberdeen winning it as they try to work down that far side, but Celtic pressing the ball, winning it back. Now Celtic on the attack as they kick the ball forward down that far side. Now coming in behind the Aberdeen box as they the Aberdeen defence as the ball's crossed in, and Celtic managing to get the shot off there, but it's directly at the goalkeeper, and he's able to make a comfortable save. Sorry, guys, got a bit tongue-tied there with what we're trying to say. But good effort there by Celtic. But as I say, the shot being directed right at the goalkeeper, so easy for the goalkeeper to relieve the pressure for Aberdeen. Ball kicked long now up the field by the goalkeepers. Ball sets its players challenge for it. It's Celtic that win the possession. Now Celtic play it into the centre of the field as they come forward to the halfway line. Now working it out to this near side. Space to run into for Celtic as they try to play a 1-2 on this near side, but the ball cut out by Aberdeen. And now the referee giving a free kick to Celtic on the edge of the box as I think he's gone Celtic's way anyway. But one of the Celtic players here, O'Reilly, not looking happy. I don't know why he would look so unhappy when they've just been given a free kick, but he's protesting the referee there about something. So, yeah, this free kick for Celtic in a very dangerous place, guys, right on the edge of the box, out to this near side. But good opportunity here for a shot on goal if they can get the ball through or over the wall. So about 2 or 3 Celtic players just standing over the ball on the edge of the box. Referee just having a word with the players in the line as they're jostling about. And now we should be ready to go for the free kick. Referee blows the whistle. And it's over the ball. And the goalkeeper makes a good save, managing to tip the ball over the bar. And it's gone out for a corner to Celtic on this near side. O'Reilly come across to take it. So if you just joined us, guys, currently 40 minutes gone. Aberdeen 1, Celtic 2. Ball knocked away from the corner. And Celtic pick it up on the edge of the box. Now playing it all the way back up the field as Aberdeen come to press the ball. Celtic working it out to this near side as they come forward again now. Aberdeen quickly come across to press the ball as it forces Celtic to play it back in the middle. And now Celtic have lost the ball there with a little bit of sloppy possession in the centre of the park. Working it out to that far side now, Aberdeen, as they come forward into the Celtic half of the field, working it towards the edge of the Celtic box. Ball crossed in, and Aberdeen getting the shot off, and it's just wide of that far post. And I'm not sure if it took a deflection, but there's certainly an end-to-end game, this, guys. Don't forget, guys, if you could, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing if you're new. Likes and views will give us an indication what games we pick in the future when we're further along with the project. So if you are a Celtic or Aberdeen fan, would be great for you to hit that like button. So corner on the far side now for Aberdeen. Corner comes in, it's deep, headed towards goal, and the goalkeeper manages to save that quite comfortably. And that relieves the pressure. Chelsea CFC saying can't wait to watch Chelsea v Liverpool game on TV, guys. Okay, mate. You're watching it this afternoon. Yeah, it should be a good game, that, mate. Celtic now back with a possession. Oh, the referee's blown for a foul here, so Aberdeen going to have a free kick. But thanks for that, mate. Ryan saying Chelsea 3, Liverpool 1. Ryan, no offense, mate. No offense, mate. Uh, how comes you're giving me a score prediction for a game later, Ryan? Come on, mate. Give me a score prediction for this game. We're, 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 we're what, 3 hours away from that game? Give us a score prediction for this game, Ryan. Come on, mate. Ball knocked out on this near side. But, yeah, you guys, it's amazing how many of you guys think that Chelsea going to win that. Ryan saying 3-2. I heard Billy saying 2-1 earlier. So, and I think I'm not sure if we've had any other score predictions. Yeah, Dave gave us one for this one. So, yeah, cheers, Dave. But, yeah, quite a few of you guys thinking that Chelsea going to win that. So, the Celtic now to build from the back. CFC Focus saying, I love Aberdeen home kit. Cool. Yeah, Aberdeen's. Yeah, I can see what you mean. Yeah, because obviously it's red with the gold. It does look very. I was going to say it's just another red kit, but I can see what you mean. With the gold banding and stuff, it does make it quite smart. So yeah, totally get that, mate. Ball played out to that far side as it's knocked out of play, and that's going to be a throw into Aberdeen. So Aberdeen now taking the throw in, playing it back towards the halfway line. It's now a long ball over the top, trying to get towards the byline, and they do. Celtic forced to knock it out, and that's going to be a corner for Aberdeen on that far side. So, yeah, thanks for that CFC Focus. Yeah, kind of, yeah, get what you mean there. Ryan saying, good luck, Chelsea. Okay, Ryan. So Chelsea, Ryan clearly wanting Chelsea to win that. Corner comes in on that far side, and goalkeeper forced to tip it away as it deflects out to this near side. Aberdeen regaining possession as they play it back out on the edge of the box. Celtic, that's him, Celtic coming to challenge the ball. And now Celtic on the attack down this near side as Aberdeen quickly come across to challenge for it and win it back. Stop Celtic momentum as Aberdeen now with a long ball over the top. Aberdeen intercept it, heading it back in the direction. And now Aberdeen on the attack down this near side. Oh, Celtic have cut it out again. And now Celtic play it into the middle as Celtic come forward. Really lively game, this, guys. Celtic now with the ball on this near side as Aberdeen not letting them have it all their own way, really trying to make a fist of this as Celtic now come down the middle. Aberdeen quickly challenge for it, winning it back as they play it out wide now to that far side. Aberdeen trying to push back up the other end of the field. As they do, now coming towards the edge of the Celtic box. And what is going on there? The Aberdeen player there just getting totally sandwiched by the Celtic defenders. No foul given as Aberdeen managed to retain the possession. Now playing it back into the middle as they come towards the edge of the box now. And ball crossed in as it's knocked away by Celtic. 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half, guys, and we're already over a minute and a half into it. Celtic forced to challenge for the ball as Aberdeen coming in now. Aberdeen crossed in towards the back post. Celtic headed away, and now Celtic with a possession as they try to relieve the pressure. But the referee has blown the half-time whistle, and At half-time, it's finished Aberdeen 1, Celtic 2. What a first half that was, guys. Really end-to-end. As I say, Aberdeen making a real game of it, not letting Celtic have it all their own way. So, guys, let's quickly go to the match. Let's quickly go to the match stats. I will come and read some of your comments shortly, guys. Just give me a second. Thank you. Should be coming now. There we go, guys. So, as you can see, uh, there's the numbers on the halftime match stats. So I'll quickly read them out to you guys. Total shots 8 for Aberdeen, 10 for Celtic. Shots on target 2 for Aberdeen, 6 for Celtic. Possession 37% for Aberdeen, 63% for Celtic. Passes 136 for Aberdeen, 243 for Celtic. Pass accuracy 60% for Aberdeen, 78% for Celtic. Fouls seven against Aberdeen, 5 against Celtic. Yellow cards, none for Aberdeen, 1 against Celtic. No red cards, offsides, only 1 given against Celtic. And corners, 7 for Aberdeen, 3 for Celtic. So there you go, guys. I'll leave that on the screen for you to have a look at during the halftime break. And let's go to the chat and see what some of you guys are saying. If it loads up. Sorry, guys. So yeah. David's saying Chelsea CFC focus. I think this is for your team is your team. Win, lose or draw, that's who you are. Pick, and you have them until the good Lord calls. I'm Millwall. I know what it's like to suffer. Never be ashamed of your teams. Absolutely well said. Absolutely spot on that, Dave. Well said. Absolutely, mate. You nailed it. So thanks for that, Dave. Donut time. How you doing, mate? Welcome to Football Fan Den UK. Donut time saying, well, here's if it loads up, saying I've got 4-1 Celtic, 50 quid. Okay. Well, hope you well, I can't say I hope you win, mate, if you've gone for the win. Obviously, I'm sitting here watching it as a neutral, so I want to be respectful to both Celtic and Aberdeen. I'm totally neutral. I do. The only thing I would like to see is a bit more competition in the Scottish Premiership. But other than that, I'm not bothered who wins. But yeah, thank you for that donut time. And well, as I say, I can't say I hope you win because that'd show biased. But thank you for that donut time and welcome to Football Fan Den UK, mate. Dave Shields saying, Ryan, we won 1-1, we won one, lost one, and lost in cup. Yeah, but as you say, mate, it's early in the season, innit? Um, Ryan said, Dave, just looking forward to league and FA John Trophy. FA John. Do you mean the Johnson's Paint Trophy? Right, yeah, fair enough, Ryan. Although we've only just got into the season yet, mate. As I said to you before, um, win some, lose some. Don't let it get you down. You've got to give players a little bit of consideration that they might need a little bit of time for some of the newer players to gel, stuff like that. But thanks for that, Ryan. Dave saying, I remember spot the ball on the pools coupons. Put some X where you think the ball is. Showing my age a bit now. I know. Tell me about it, Dave. Thank you for that, Dave. Yep, I know. Do you know? I remember it as a kid, and I used to think, and I'd be looking at it. I'd actually be looking for the ball. I didn't realize as a kid that you actually had to guess where the ball, because it didn't tell you guess the ball, did it? It actually said spot the ball. So you know what you like when you're young, Dave. You actually take it as it said. You're looking for the ball because it says spot the ball. And I remember my dad telling me once, what are you doing? Spot the ball. I'm looking for the ball. He's like, he won't find it. Why won't I find it? Because they don't put it in. Well, why do they call it spot the ball? And as you can imagine, I'm sure you can imagine how the rest of the conversation went, Dave. But yeah, I know, mate. Makes you feel old, doesn't it, mate? Thanks. Thanks for that, Dave. Ryan saying laugh out loud, Dave. Thanks, Ryan. Dave saying, Ryan, it's what's going on with the delay? Ryan saying it's just about the league for us this season. It's Gary Rowett's strategy for the plans of our late chairman JB. Yeah, I absolutely can't argue with that, Dave. Although, no harm in getting a cup run going if you can. Obviously, I know a lot of fans want to concentrate on league and getting promoted, especially Millwall. You guys definitely. There's a lot of, I will say this, guys, there's a lot of emphasis put on managers about tactics and stuff like that. But one thing I am noticing, that one thing that seems to be getting ignored in lower league football is just how important it is to have a good manager that's a good man motivator, or a good motivator, full stop. If you get a manager that gets the players on side, motivates them, all the players take a liking to him, then you're going to get good results, aren't you? So, yeah. But yeah, I understand that, Dave. We'll have to see how it goes. But like I say, I wouldn't be too down if you're a Millwall fan. Still got to be plenty of time to go. Plenty of games to come. Ryan saying, I think Celtic will win league again. Okay, mate. Well, if they do, that's fine. I'd just like to see the Scottish Premiership more competitive this season, right to the end. It really would be nice to see one or two of the other clubs challenging at the top. But thanks for that, Ryan. And Ryan, with a Celtic 3-0 prediction. Okay, thanks, Ryan. It can't be 3-0 now because Aberdeen have scored at least one. But thank you, Ryan. I'll take that as a 3-1 prediction then, mate. Because they've scored one at least with Aberdeen. But yeah, cheers, Ryan. Dave saying, Ryan, mate, with loads of emojis. Okay. Ryan saying, if Millwall win league meets your rivals, it would be like Green Street. I don't think it would, mate. I don't think it would. You want to see how strict it is now in Premier League grounds, mate. It really is. John Kerr, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. John Kerr saying hello. I think that's meant to be. How you doing, John? Uh, Welcome to the show, mate. Good to have you with us. Hope you're having a good day. Um, let us know if you've got any thoughts on the score prediction, John. This is Dave saying, yeah, and Millwall win. Well, like I said, guys, still plenty of games to come. What was that advert? Just in a weird advert with Roy Keane in it. Are we not got no Aberdeen or Celtic fans in the listening in the background wanting to have any say on this game? Going to be that they're just promoting that game this afternoon at the minute. All the hype on the Chelsea v Liverpool game. So yeah, sorry, Dave, I'm not following you there, mate. Yeah, yeah, and Millwall win. Is that a follow on from his Brian, mate? No, geez, what? Yeah, I'm presuming that's a follow on from your previous comment. Sorry, Dave, I'm not following that very well, mate. Um, uh, Dave is saying Ryan, as in the film, Millwall will win in the end. Ah, right. Yeah, I'm not seen that film for a while, but I thought you meant with reference to other things, shall we say? But yeah, like I say, guys, keep the faith, keep the faith. I think it's only a matter of time before Millwall get promoted. Ryan is saying it's sad and a sad end bit. All right, I can't remember the film in detail. To be fair, Dave Shields saying Ryan, no mate, that's the best part of the movie. Millwall top bay doing West Ham top boy. I don't support violence at football. Well said, Dave. Yeah, well, it's a film. It's giving you a flavour of how things used to be back in the 70s and 80s, isn't it, really? So, yeah, but thanks for that, Dave. No, I agree, mate. The world's move on from that. The world's move on from that. People that want to go to football matches just to fight. I'm not being funny, but then they've got something wrong with them and there's something not right in their lives if they feel that they need to go out and cause trouble to vent their frustrations or to make themselves feel better. Let's be honest. Do you know what I mean? Come on, guys. The government and the world, governments around the world are doing enough hating for all of us. So why do we need to add to it? Let's be honest. It's about time we started as human beings, as people. It's about time we started showing that we've got more intelligence than the people that are supposed to be making our world better. But yep, I agree, Dave. It is a good film. There's some great films from back in the 70s and 80s, but I agree, mate. That's part of the reason why I'm building fandom, because I'm passionate about fans, bringing good fans together and, and seeing if we can do something positive. It's all right with your big banners all over Sky about respect and no to racism and all this, but talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. Why do you think I'm sat here, guys? Need to say any more? Actions speak louder than words. That is why I'm sat here, because I'm a passionate guy. I love football, and I'm scared of the direction that it's going in, and the fact that it could be damaged in the long-term future through greedy owners, rich people manipulating it, and the fact that a lot of the big media companies like to jump on the bandwagon to get the publicity. But in reality, did he care about you and me and the game? No. Did he heck? Do they heck care about you and me and the game? All they care about is lining their own pockets. And that is why I'm sat here, guys, because I do care about football. I love the game. I care about how fans are treated in the game. And I want future generations to be able to enjoy the game the way I've been able to enjoy the game. The way it's going, the whole football structure could be completely different in 50 years, guys. And that's the reality. I know a lot of people want to ignore it and just, put the blinkers on. But the reality is, with the amount of clubs that's gone bankrupt in the last few years, It's getting to the point we could be heading for one major meltdown of lower league football if we don't see that the money starts to filter down a little bit more to help them clubs sustain themselves. That's the reality, guys. But I'm one voice singing in the darkness, as Del Boy would say. What is it? One lonely voice singing in the darkness. I can't even remember that. It's going to do me head in now. That's going to play on my mind for the rest of the day. How does it go now? I know it's something about one lonely voice singing in the darkness, and that's another good one, isn't it? What's it called? I'm trying to think of it now. The one with the dog. You can't help it. You can't enjoy yourself when you're singing a song about a dead dog. Sorry, guys, I'm reminiscing about Del Boy here. My bad. John Kerr saying, I have 2-1. Thanks, John. Oh, yeah, 2-1. 2-1 for which way, though, mate? Which way? John saying, I'm not sure now. Okay, John. As the way that first half gone got you thinking otherwise. But yeah, thanks for that, John. Interesting. Let us know which way you're picking. I'm presuming maybe Celtic, 2-1 Celtic. That's presuming. But I don't want to presume too much because, as the saying goes, presumption is the mother of all bleeps. David saying, hello, John Kerr. Top man, Dave. Thank you, mate. Awesome. Love the positivity from you, mate. Top man. Thanks, Dave. CFC Focus saying, I was so sad because Abramovich kept the club together, didn't overgive or undergive, shouldn't have been forced out of Chelsea just because he was Russian. People think differently. I agree. I agree, mate. Absolutely got to 100% agree with you there, mate. It was clearly, well, we don't want to get into the political aspect of it, but it was clearly an all-out attack on Russia and anybody to do with Russia. British government always telling us about no discrimination, and then they go and demonstrate it themselves. They didn't think, oh, let's try and get Abramovich on side as a Russian friend. Instead, they just condemned him and banned him from the country and banned him from any business. Crazy. But let's not get into the politics, guys. We're here to enjoy talking about football. But thanks for that CFC Focus. I do agree with you, mate. John Kerr, a Celtic title win takes us to within one of Rangers. It does, but yeah, it does. So well, it does, John. All I'm going to say is I don't get Celtic and Rangers' obsession with the Scottish Premiership. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, no offense, but these are two of the greatest clubs in football history, and your ambitions are limited to the Scottish Cup. Seriously, these two clubs should be showing more ambition to achieve bigger things like the European success. You've won the both Celtic and Rangers win the title for now and for many years to come. I don't understand why Celtic and Rangers fans so fixated on what most other football fans consider, just an average title. It's not. It's nothing special because the league is deteriorating because of the lack of investment. That's the reality. So I'd love to hear from you. It's no disrespect to Scottish football. I love Scottish football. I do. I really do. I mean that genuinely. But I want to see investment in Scottish football so it becomes more competitive. Having the bragging rights to winning a weakened competition isn't really great bragging rights. As much as Celtic and Rangers want to, think that it's great bragging rights, the reality is to the rest of us in the football world, it's not great bragging rights. It's a mediocre competition where half of the league doesn't even compete properly. So, it's I don't want to disrespect Celtic or Rangers. I just want to be honest with you guys. And I think it's about time Celtic and Rangers started showing bigger ambitions to demand that their club compete more in Europe, not just settling for cup success and league success in Scotland. These are two massive clubs. You should be challenging up there, having ambitions to be up there, challenging the likes of Liverpool, the likes of Juventus, Bayern Munich, Celtic, Chelsea, Manchester City. Yes, they might have a lot more money than you at the moment, but it doesn't mean to say that Rangers and Celtic can't aspire to reach those. Aspire to achieve that. So I don't know. It's all about opinions, but I'm not being disrespectful to Rangers or Celtic fans. I'm just saying that they're two fantastic clubs, and for me, the fans should be demanding more. They should be demanding more, settling for competing for the Scottish League title. I'm sorry, guys, but no, Celtic and I'm just being honest. I think Celtic and Rangers are bigger and better than that. I really do. They should be challenging consistently, more consistently in Europe, and having ambitions to do to compete generally in European titles to create more European history. I think that's only fair. But like I say, that's just my opinion. Sorry, John. John saying I'm not sure now. Oh yeah, thanks, John, and apologies to ramble on there, guys. Dave Shield saying hello, Jonker. Right. Why has it gone back? Has it gone back to my comments here? I already read them, didn't I? Sorry, guys. Yeah, my bad. I've clicked further up than I saw. John saying, all right, Dave. Thank you, John, top man. Thank you, mate. Appreciate the positivity. CFC Focus saying, and different. I can't hear that banging in my ear. CFC Focus saying, and different story told to Todd Burley. He has no clue about football, but it will be a good season. Good season this year, as Pochettino is a great manager. Bowie, what? Bowie doesn't care about Chelsea. He cares about money. Right? Yeah. No, that's a fair assessment. CFC Focus, can't argue with that, mate. What is going on with this microphone? Yeah, I can't argue with that, mate. That's yeah, I think he's yet to prove that if that's his most motivation. But yeah, absolutely can't argue with that, CFC. That's a very good comment, mate. CFC also saying that was why I just kept quiet about Chelsea from watching my hero Eden Hazard, to barely knowing a name. Yeah, I know. I've had the same problem with my club. With a lot of clubs coming in, a lot of players coming in a short space of time, makes it hard to keep up with the team, doesn't it? I know exactly how you feel, mate. So yeah, I had that problem with my own club. Dave Shield saying, "We the people are just little specks of paint in the universe, larger canvas. In the universe's larger canvas." Well, Dave, absolutely, yeah, that's a great comment. That absolutely can't argue with that. You're right. In respect to football, that certainly nails it a bit. But there is no reason why, as fans, we cannot come together and create a good fan community project that helps fans come together and have opinions, share opinions, and then hopefully, and you never know. Sorry, guys. And then you never know. One day, the a project like that, or this project, or another project could grow, and potentially help fans have a better voice in football. But you are right, Dave. Unfortunately, that is the reality of the world we live in. That individuals, people, don't recognise the power that they have because they're too busy being individuals. We're living in a world that's very divisive. It's happening all the time with subtlety. But you are right with that. Unfortunately, Dave. Great comment. Unfortunately, disappointed to agree with you though, mate. Not because it's not a great comment, but just because you're absolutely spot on. That's the reality of the world that we live in. Unfortunately, you don't beat you don't get your voice heard by who you are anymore. You get your voice heard by how much money you've got in the bank. That's the reality of the world we live in. But thanks for that, Dave. CFC Focus saying, I have a good question. Why on earth did Lukel leave Chelsea? Because of Todd Burley being a greedy man after Tuchel winning the Champions League. Right, well, I think you've answered your own question there, mate. But yeah, I didn't agree with Tuchel going. I thought that was absolute madness. You got a good manager. Why would you get rid of him? So I absolutely, totally agree with you there, mate. In respect of the Tuchel decision, was absolutely nuts, wasn't it? Absolutely nuts. John Kerr saying we don't have the money to compete in your, mate. You do. You don't might not have the money to compete at the top level, but you do have enough money to compete and give yourself the chance to compete of a standard. You can't. No offense, mate, but this is the difference. You're looking at it, just dismissing at it, and saying you don't have the money to compete in Europe, right? What happened last season? You Celtic and Rangers both knocked out the Champions League. What happened the season before? What happened the season before? Rangers made it all the way to the Europa League final. So how can you sit there and tell me you don't have the budget to compete in Europe? If you didn't have the budget to compete in Europe, you wouldn't be able to make it to any European finals. So Rangers, yes, it might be a lesser competition, but it doesn't matter. Rangers showed that you can compete in Europe, that you can reach a final. Now I get that the Champions League is a completely different animal. I totally get that. But you don't do it by going to win the Champions League. You do it by stepping stones. You gradually build up. Did Porto have that same attitude when they challenged and won the Champions League under Mourinho? No, they didn't. They believed in themselves, mate. They believed in the fact that if you get the right people together and things click, then anything is possible. That's the reality, mate. There's nothing, the money aspect is one aspect of it. But if you get a good team togetherness and a coach that motivates those players, come on, mate. If you're a Celtic fan, you've witnessed glorious nights in Celtic Park where nobody's given you a chance. I can still remember that fantastic win against Barcelona where nobody gave you a chance and you turned them over 2-1. And guess what? You got a compliment of a lifetime from one of the best players in world football. After the game, Messi came out and said, one of the toughest places I've ever played is Celtic Park. So how can you say that you haven't got the budget and use that as the reason why Celtic can't compete a bit more in Europe? Nobody would expect, even me, who is an optimist, mate, nobody would expect Celtic to win the Champions League. But that doesn't mean to say you guys can't start getting better results in the Champions League. It doesn't mean to say that you can't do a job on these teams in the Champions League. I'm not being funny, mate, but if Leicester can win the Premier League and then go and compete in the Champions League the season after and get to the last eight, why can't Celtic? Why can't Celtic win and win games and compete and reach the last 16, which would help get more investment in the club? I'm sorry, mate, but as far as I'm concerned, Celtic and Rangers should both be clubs that are capable of reaching the last 16 of the Champions League, irrespective of money. Irrespective of money. Why? Because you've got one of the greatest fan bases in world football for a start. So fans are going to give you that extra 5%. You've also got, history of the clubs that are also rich history. Do you get what I mean? And you have, especially Celtic, and both Rangers have showed it in Europe. You guys can make home advantage count in Europe more than most clubs. So I take on board what you're saying, John. It's a great point, mate. You are right. The money is a massive, massive gap in Europe, and you're right to point it out. But it isn't an excuse for not competing better in Europe. I would never expect Rangers and Celtic to be winning the Champions League for the reason you're pointing out, for the money. But there is I think that there's no reason Celtic and Rangers should not be pushing to compete in Europe and at least trying to get out of the group stage. That should be the minimum requirement for the club with the size of fan base that Celtic and Rangers have got, with with the history that you guys have got, I'm sorry, it's a no-brainer. The money shouldn't even be an issue. You guys should be able to try and compete to try and get into the last 16 on a regular basis. I'm not saying you're going to get there every day, every year, but at least be a threat in that group stages. Porto did it, like I say. Yes, all right, it was under Mourinho, but it doesn't matter. It shows that if you get the right pieces in the puzzle put together, anything is possible, mate. This is why we love football. This is why Manchester United have got the name Theatre of Dreams, because football allows you to dream. It allows you to believe that the impossible is actually possible. So, yeah, I take on board what you're saying, John. It's a great comment, mate. Massive respect to you. Don't take my words the wrong way. I'm not having a go at you. I just think that a lot of fans use the money aspect as the simple excuse. And it's to me, no. Come on, mate. Give credit to your club. It's massive. It's massive. So, that alone should give you that extra 10% when you go into Europe, that lift that your players need. CFC Focus saying to Gaz. To Gaz. Well, that's regards to your question before, mate. You answered it for me. You put the question and then went on to give the answer. I'm not going to say he's a greedy, greedy man. I don't know yet because I've got to give him time. But I've got to be honest, he's showed a lot of naivety the way he came into Chelsea, chucking the money about. So, yeah, he's definitely shown naivety, hasn't he? He's an arrogance as well to not just take a back seat and let the football people do the job for him and let him help him learn and get experience. Dave's saying, I still, after so many years, why are we not? And should this game be back on by now? Oh my God. What a load of rubbish that is. So we are back underway, guys. Apologies. Oh my God. That is really bad. Um, sorry, guys. So, ball, I thought that was taking longer for the half time. So Aberdeen now with a goal kick down the field. Dave saying, I still after so many years of thinking about it, why can't this like of Cardiff, Swansea and Wrexham can play in England, but not Celtic, Rangers or Aberdeen? It doesn't make any sense to me. It does. Well, yeah, I know that, mate. I've started doing videos on some research for a video to do with that. But I just haven't been able to get back to it. I actually started it a few months ago, mate. I just haven't been able to get back to it. I've been so busy. But yeah, I did start doing research, ready to do a video to explain that because it's not the first time that debate has come up. Ball over the top now by Aberdeen as they come towards the byline, trying to play it into the box. Celtic have knocked it away on that far side, and it's gone out for a throw-in. So yeah, thanks for that, Dave. Hopefully, I'll get to the video of that at some point in the future to explain that because I think a few fans are curious about that. But there is an explanation, mate. John Kerr saying the fans do want more, but we can't compete with Liverpool or Chelsea for players. Yeah, well, now no, John, that is a very good point, mate. That is a very good point, John. That's absolutely that is probably the main problem for Celtic and Rangers competing in Europe is getting then better players. But it's a great point. But I'll come back to that in a minute because I've got a free kick here for Aberdeen. Aberdeen now with a free kick into the box. It's knocked away. Celtic knock it up the field. Aberdeen picking up the possession and now playing it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper now with the ball long down that far side as Aberdeen now coming towards the edge of the Celtic box. Shot comes in and it's just wide of this near side post. So yeah. Sorry, John. No, yeah, you're right. The fans do want more. I know that. I know. I think what I'm saying is You guys want more, but you do. I don't think you fans do want more, but we can't compete. Right, so let's forget that for a minute. Let's concentrate on the player aspect. That I think, John, is the main. You've absolutely nailed it there, mate. That is the main problem, the money, with regards to players coming in. Not so much the money. You guys can clearly get good, you can get a tune out of average players. I've seen both Celtic and Rangers do it. You guys, especially the fans at Ibrox and Celtic Park give the players such a lift. It's amazing. In fact, it's magical, mate. I've got to be honest. When Celtic Park is bouncing, and when Ibrox is bouncing, it is magical. It's there's only a handful of clubs that have got that magic that can create that really vibrant atmosphere that makes players feel like they're 20 feet tall. That's the reality. We've got to be honest. That's there's certain clubs that have that effect on players. When the atmosphere really gets bouncing, you can lift the players so that they feel like they're in heaven. So that is thinking. But with regards to the money, you are absolutely right. But what I would say in counterbalance to that, John, is you got to do what every other club's doing and use the fact that you're a regular Champions League club to your advantage. A lot of players out there do actually want to play for a club just because they're playing the Champions League. We're seeing a number of players move specifically because of that reason, because of clubs in the Champions League. So you could use that to your advantage to try and attract those players. The problem is those players have got to see that there's a chance that you're going to actually compete in the competition. If they see that you're just going to go out of it with no points or 1 point, they're not going to be attracted to just come and make up the numbers, are they? So that's the delicate balance. You're right, John. You got the added advantage of being able to track players with the Champions League and wave that flag and say we're a Champions League club. But like you say, it's the difficult balance where you're restricted with the money. Now, as far as the money's concerned, mate, I've said this a number of times. You've got to be looking to the SPFL, mate. Got to be looking to the SPFL. They've got to do better to get better investment into Scottish football. And I think that's the one big thing I would say about Scottish football. I know a lot of people not going to agree with me, but I'm going to say it as I see it. And I see it that Celtic and Rangers and every other Scottish club in Scottish League has been held back by the fact that the SPFL bosses are doing a poor job of promoting the league. They're doing a poor job of trying to attract new investment from outside Scotland. And if they did, that could, even if it's only nudges it up a bit. You didn't see Premier League clubs get these big riches straight away, did you? No, you didn't. You've seen them gradually build it. Now they're making £120 million plus if they get relegated. That didn't ever used to happen back in the day when the Premier League opened, did it? So, all I'm saying is it's got to be done stepping stones. The money in the Premier League has got stupid now because they've took them stepping stones. So, yeah. Sorry, guys, distracting from the game. My bad. But thanks for that, John. Absolutely top comment. John also saying that's the only way, Dave. Okay, thanks, mate. So Celtic now with the possession midway inside their own half as they knock it out wide to this near side. CFC Focus saying spot on, Gaz. Rangers got to Europa League final, and I feel Celtic fans are making excuses. Well, yeah, that's a fair point, mate. Although I'm not. Yeah, no, that's actually, yeah. Perhaps I can't argue with that. That's a fair assessment. You're entitled to your opinion. Respect you for your honesty. CFC Focus. I'm not sure if they'd call it excuses, but yeah, you could lean towards that because they do seem very focused. Like I say, I totally understand that you want to win the league title. You're in it. You're in it. You want to win it. Of course you do. But like I say, I would love to see Celtic fans showing more ambition. Same with Rangers fans, not just settling for the cups that they can win in Scotland. So the ball back with the Aberdeen goalkeeper. But thanks for that CFC Focus. John saying Porto had fantastic players signed and repatriated Brazilians, sell them for 70 million. Benfica do the same. Yeah, but the point is that you're missing the point, John. The point is that Portugal hasn't got the big money either. You're saying the reason Celtic can't compete in Europe is because of the money. Well, Benfica and Porto have that same problem, mate, if not more so, because they've got a limited budget in the Portuguese league. There's only 2 or 3 clubs in that league that ever qualified for Europe: Sporting Lisbon, Benfica, and Porto. Most of the rest of that league is similar to the Scottish league. It's not a very competitive league. So I get what you're saying. You're right, John. Yes, maybe Porto had a little bit of luck with a few players in that squad. That fair enough. Yeah, that's a fair point. But have you guys not had that same luck at times as well with some of the players that you guys have had? Yeah, no, sorry, John. I'm sorry, mate. That, like I said, I'm making the comparison with Porto because you made the example of the budget. You said that the money is the biggest issue why Celtic and Rangers can't compete. Well, what I was pointing out was that Porto and Benfica have the same problem because their league doesn't generate enough money. Another club, what was it? What they called now, the other club that made it to the final the other year, I can't even remember. It's a Dutch club now, I can't even remember rightly. They made it to all the way to the final as well. So no, I'm sorry, mate. I don't buy into that. It's a fair point, John, but it's not. It's not a valid point in my opinion, mate, because I'm making the comparison about how the similarities of the league, not by the fact that Porto had a bit of luck with some Brazilian players. That's what I'm trying to say to you. There's no reason Celtic and Rangers can't compete if they have that little bit of luck and the pieces click into place the right way, the same way they did for Porto, where you just get lucky, you get 1 or 2 special players in that you manage to keep them for a couple of seasons, maybe get a coach that's really good at man managing and motivating, and suddenly you're in a chance. You're in with a chance. You're in with a chance of competing at least maybe not winning, but at least competing. So yeah, fair. But I take your part on board, John. I'm not, like I say, mate. I'm not meaning to have a go at you. I'll be off with you. I'm just making a constructive argument that I think that Celtic and Rangers fans should aspire to demand more from their clubs to compete better in Europe. That's all I'm saying, mate. Don't have to agree with me. Don't have to agree with me, but that's just my opinion. So we've got a throw in on the far side for Aberdeen. But thanks for that, John. Great conversation with you there, mate. Long throw comes into the box. Goalkeeper comes out to gather it. And we've now got a Celtic player and Joe Hart have collided, I think. And I think one of the Celtic players may have actually cut himself here. There's something. Joe Hart doesn't look. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Joe Hart, it looks like he's landed really heavy. He's gathered the ball, but he's back to his feet now. Initially, it looked like that was quite a heavy landing, but both played back on the feet, and now we're back underway as the goalkeeper kicks along down that far side. It's knocked out of play. And that will be a throw-in for Celtic on the far side. If you're just joining us, guys, we're 71 minutes gone. Still Aberdeen 1, Celtic 2. Celtic now with the ball at the back as they knock it out to this near side. So throwing on this near side for Celtic. Close to the halfway line. Davis saying, John Kerr, you don't need money to complete in. I think that's meant to say compete in Europe. Look at Nottingham Forest. They did it with a low budget. Yeah, they did. Yeah, although that was quite a few years ago, wasn't it, Dave? Yeah, that's a good example. But unfortunately, like I said, I think we've had a few generations go by since then, mate. Devlin to take the throw-in on this near side for Aberdeen. But, yeah, great point. We cannot forget what Forest did. Throw-in to come in, headed away, and Aberdeen picking it up on the edge of the box, now playing it out wide to that far side as they work the ball in behind. Ball crossed into the box as Celtic managed to knock it away out to that far side, and it's gone out for a throw-in. So Aberdeen take the throw-in quickly. It's gone out for another throw-in here. So Aberdeen with a second throw-in now. Trying to play it into the box. Aberdeen with a bit of sloppy possession there. Sees Celtic win it back, knocking it out to this near side as Celtic stretching to keep it in play there. And it's gone just over the line. Referee blows for a for throwing on this near side. Sorry, Dave. So, yeah, thanks for that, Dave. It's a good point, mate, although I think it at a bit of a different time, in fairness. CFC Focus saying, true, Dave, and look at Sheriff. Remember when they beat Real Madrid 5-0? I can still remember Celtic on that fantastic European night when they absolutely stunned Barcelona with that 2-1 win. Barcelona didn't know what to do with themselves. They walked into the cauldron of noise, and they just, from the first whistle to the last whistle, they just could not find anywhere near their best form because Celtic didn't allow them to. And that is the reality. So, yeah, but absolutely, I'd have to look that up. Is that for real, that CFC Focus? I'd have to look that up. What year was that then? What year? When do you know the year? What season? I'm interested now. You got my curiosity. But thanks for that CFC Focus. Now Celtic on the attack down this near side as they come towards the edge of the Celtic box, but played back out, and now it's gone out on this near side for a throw into Aberdeen. John Kerr saying Forest was a different time. They spent $1 million, remember, in 79 for Trevor Frank. No, I agree, mate. It is a different time. I do agree, and let's be honest, I think Celtic was better in Europe back then as well. Anyway, I think they were actually forced to be reckoned with back around that time. So yeah, no, I agree, John. That's a fair point, mate. I think Dave was just making the point that through history, even when you're expected to achieve nothing, the underdog can still come out and surprise people. I think that's why he was making the example of Forest, mate. But yeah, you're absolutely right, John. It is a different time. So thanks for that, mate. John saying, I agree that Celtic have been poor in Europe for the last 20 years, though. Thank you, John. Massive respect to you, mate. At least you're honest. Like I say, I have nothing against Celtic or Rangers. I just want to see you guys really do better in Europe because I think you're underachieving. I think you've got massive potential to do at least compete better. Wouldn't like I say, I wouldn't expect you to win the Champions League, nothing like that, but at least compete. Go. If you're going to get knocked out the group stages, get knocked out fighting. Fight. Make sure that every team in that group that you're in knows that you are Scottish, proud of it, and you're not going to be, if you're going to go out, get knocked out, you're not going to go out with a whimper. You're going to go out fighting tooth and nail. And like I say, I think that, that's what the Celtic and Rangers fans demand in the league. So why not demand that same desire in Europe? And, desire and commitment can take you a long way. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Celtic on the attack down this near side. But, yeah, thanks for that, John. Excellent point, mate. You are right, and I agree. I just want to see you guys compete more. I really do. Celtic definitely have potential to do better, to achieve more in Europe than they are at the minute. I think minimum requirement for Celtic should be qualify the Champions League, make sure that they get at least third in the group, drop into the Europa League if necessary in the second half of the season, and then go for it. Win that trophy, go to win that trophy. Simple as that. That should be an achievable season for Celtic. Is that? Would you agree or disagree? Should that not be achievable? Group stage, Champions League, at least a third place playoff. If you drop out in the third place, then you go into the Europa League. And I'm sorry, but that is a competition that you should be within Celtic and Rangers' ambitions and aspirations. And yeah, so yeah, I think that's. But thanks for that, John. Massive respect to you, mate. Respect your honesty there. Cheers, John. So Celtic just knocking it about at the moment as they play it back to the goalkeeper. Now goalkeeper knocks it out wide to that far side as strong challenge comes in from Aberdeen. And now the Celtic player down on that far side of the pitch. There we go. Is that better? Sorry, guys. That's better. Hopefully. Sorry about that, guys. So Celtic now with the ball at the back. Now played back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper kicks it long up the field. Aberdeen heading it away out to that far side, and it's gone out for a throw-in right in front of the dugouts. CFC saying, I wasn't born at that time when Sir Alex managed Aberdeen, but I watched a movie about him, and he was amazing at Aberdeen. Yes, he did. He absolutely achieved fantastic things with Aberdeen. As you say, he was amazing. Celtic now with the ball on that far side as they kick the ball long up the field again. And it's gone straight back out of play. Now Aberdeen with the ball over the top. Looking to try and get in behind that Celtic defence, but Celtic reading it well as they knock it back up the field. Now it comes forward all the way up towards the Aberdeen goalkeeper. And he comes out to intercept it, kicking it back down the middle. Now Aberdeen have won control, getting the ball in behind. Oh, we're going to have a foul. Oh, this is going to be big trouble now. So Aberdeen got in behind. Joe Hart came out of his goal, completely out of his technical area, made the challenge and took out the Aberdeen player there. That's naughty, that. That's really naughty, that. That's really poor play from Joe Hart there. Really poor play. He knew he couldn't get the ball because he's out of his area, so he took out the man. And how is that not a free kick? How is that not a free kick? Now I'm starting to see why other fans of other clubs are saying that there's bias in Scottish football. That is shocking that there is no free kick and Joe Hart doesn't even get a yellow card for that. And that's why he's got away with it. My bad, guys. He's got away with it because the linesman's given the offside. But it's really poor that I'm disgusted in Joe Hart. Joe Hart is a player I think I've always held in high regard, but he's just gone down in my estimations a little bit with doing that. Bad sportsmanship, that. So ball over the top now as Celtic charging down the other end. Now the ball knocked out on this near side as it goes out for a throw-in midway inside Aberdeen's half of the field. CFC's focus saying, I wasn't. All right, so sorry. Thanks, mate. Read that. Thank you. Aberdeen playing it back into the middle now. Long ball over the top as they try to get in behind the Celtic defence. Ball down this near side as Celtic quickly get bodies back behind the wall. Now Aberdeen come to the edge of the box, looking to get the crossing. Cross does come in, but it's deflected behind and claims for a handball there. But it's gone behind for a throw-in. Sorry, for a corner. Sorry, my bad, guys. CFC focus saying, guys, smash that like button for Gaz. Yeah, thank you, mate. Yeah, appreciate that, mate. CFC focus. Yeah, guys, if you could, please do hit that like button. Would be appreciated. Now the corner comes in, headed away out to that far side, and it's gone out for a throw-in to Aberdeen. CFC Focus saying, but for real guys, do you remember a small Albanian team beat Real Madrid 5-0 like 2 or 3 years ago? I'm not sure about that. I can't remember that, to be honest. I've got to be honest, I'm not remembering that great, to be honest. CFC Focus also saying, and as a Crusader fan, I was so proud. I think in 2018, 2012, oh, sorry, guys. Celtic now with the ball over the top as they come into the box, getting the shot off, and the goalkeeper there with a fantastic save. As the ball deflects away to this near side, Celtic pick it up again. As now they come back towards the edge of the box, knocking it out to this near side. And they get cross in. Cross comes in, and it's smashed into the back of the net. Celtic now kill the game off in the 83rd minute. Aberdeen 1, Celtic 3, 83 and a half minutes gone. So, yep, CFC. Saying Crusaders qualifiers for Europa League, and that was amazing for the club. And it made me proud to see my Northern Ireland club competing. Rightly so, absolutely, CFC, rightly so, mate, and so it should do. That's the whole point, mate. Yep, as you should be proud of it. So, yep, totally agree. That's the reason to be proud. Thanks for that, CFC Focus. John Kerr saying, we agree to disagree, Gaz. Yep, no worries, mate. I'm not, like I say, mate, don't take my words the wrong way. I'm just expressing my point. I hold, my opinion is just letting you guys know that I do hold your club in high regard. Whether you guys take it that way is up to you, but I do hold Celtic and Rangers in high regard, and I think you should be showing ambition to aspire more than just the cups that you can win in Scotland. That's just my opinion. I know it's not going to be a popular one, but that if other people don't want to be honest, that's up to them. But I believe in being honest. Like I say, my opinion, based on the fact that I think your club is a great club, mate, and should be aspiring to that. But you're right, John. No problem, mate. Yep, let's agree to disagree. Like I say, don't mean no offence, mate. Just expressing my opinion because I think that Celtic and Rangers both fantastic clubs and definitely should be competing on all fronts where possible. So thanks for that, mate. Cheers, John Kurt. No worries, mate. And John also saying we agree to disagree, Gaz. Yep, no worries, mate. No worries. Like I say, don't mean no offence. Just expressing my opinion and letting you know that I like I say, compliment really. I hold your club, Celtic and Rangers, I hold in high regard that you guys should aspire to more. So Celtic now, after that goal, I think I've won a free kick here. But yeah, no worries, John. Thanks for that, mate. And like I say, don't mean no offence. So please don't take it that way. So Kyogo coming off for Celtic. James Forrester coming on. Now James Forrester is a player I do like. He's looks always puts the work rate in. Got to give him that. CFC Focus saying, fun fact, Gaz, Crusaders played against Liverpool in the 70s and Crusaders lost 2-1, 2-0 away at Anfield, which was a decent result as Liverpool won the league that year. So Crusaders is such a historic team. Right. No, I didn't know that. I remember Liverpool playing the Welsh club. Was it Nomads or something? A couple of seasons ago when you still had to qualify. When the fourth place in the Premier League was still qualifying, you still had to qualify. Now it's an automatic Champions League place, but you used to have to, if you finish fourth in the Premier League, you used to have to qualify like basically what Rangers are doing right now. But yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely, yeah, definitely. Like you say, as you say, the main thing is that Crusaders showing that they're part of the European football history. I've said it loads, guys. There's loads of clubs with massive potential. It's just as John pointed out, it's the money. There's just the imbalance of money across the leagues does hold a lot of clubs back or limit their potential. So, yep, thanks for that, CFC Focus. I've done a poor job at commentary on this second half, and guys, I've been too distracted with the comments and not focused on the game enough, really. So, my bad. As we approach 88 minutes. Ball over the top for Celtic, headed back in the direction it came from. Aberdeen. And eventually it goes out on this near side for throwing. So throwing to Celtic. John Kerr saying, oh, sorry, mate. I think I've missed a comment there. CFC focusing. My bad. No idea where I got 5-0 from out of laugh out loud. But Sheriff Tisopoli beat Real Madrid 2-1 in 2021. Okay, mate. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. First game of the season, won it, I think. John Kerr saying my 2-1. But yeah, that ball down this near side. That's Celtic almost in behind there, but Aberdeen just doing enough as the ball deflects back to the goalkeeper. And guess who's involved? Forest. I just said, just come on. I just said it. I quite like him as a player. He's not because his skill set, because he works hard. I love players that put the hard work in, and he's that kind of player. Really puts the shift in. Like I say, he's already getting right in the mix of it. So Celtic now on the attack down this near side and play it back into the centre, challenged by Aberdeen as Aberdeen win it back now. Ball over the top, looking to try and get in behind that Celtic defence, and Celtic just managing to keep it in as it deflects out to this near side, and Aberdeen come across and knock the ball out of play. So yeah, was it 2-1 you said, John? I thought you said 3-1. So yeah, not to worry, mate. Not to worry. John saying we can agree on Celtic. Thanks, mate. Well, like I said, John, I respect your opinion, mate. I do respect your opinion. I do, mate. I really do. Like I said, I don't mean to be offensive. I'm very honest, and I want to see as many UK clubs doing well in Europe as possible. I'm very ambitious in that respect, guys. I love to see UK clubs do well in Europe. But thank you, John. Nice of you to say, mate. Massive respect. Like I say, I don't mean any offence, so please don't take my opinion too seriously. John saying, but agree to disagree on Porto, etc. Okay. No worries, mate. No worries. Top man, John. Massive respect to you, mate. Top man. The ball over the top as Celtic cut it out now. Just knocking it about inside their own half. 4 minutes added on, guys. And we're 1 minute into that added on time. So Celtic now knocking the ball out wide to this near side. As Aberdeen come to press it. Celtic still with a possession. And now Celtic have managed to work the ball in behind as they come into the box. Now ball crossed in. And Aberdeen knocking it away out to this near side. So that's going to be a throw into Celtic. So yeah, cheers, John, top man, and CFC Focus saying off. Off. I don't know. I don't get that, mate. John Kerr saying I'm tempted. Fate, but my 2-1 Celtic looks all right for now. It does, but it's 3-1, mate. It's 3-1 at the moment. It's a shame. Well, shame you didn't get it right, but. Yep, definitely good prediction. I think that was a good prediction, John, because it was going to, looking on paper this early in the season and away from home for you guys as well, would expect a tight game. CFC Focus saying never liked Joe Hart. Remember when he said to a child, "Give me the foot, the f ball." I don't remember that, to be honest. I'm admiring Joe Hart for what he's done on the football pitch, mate. I don't remember that. And if he did do that, I certainly would. I certainly would condemn him saying that, but at the same time, I wouldn't hate on him forever. Everybody, maybe he was just having a bad day. Maybe he had family problems at home. You know, like I keep saying, guys, footballers are not robots, they're human beings. We never know what they've got going on in their personal lives that might affect them mentally on a football pitch. So, yeah, I'm sure if he did it, I'm sure he came out and apologised. And if I did know he did that, I would have certainly criticised him for it, mate. But as a footballer, I think he's a talent. He's been a good player as a figure. And my best memory of Joe Hart is when he played for City and they played against Barcelona at the new camp, and it was like Barcelona versus Joe Hart. I've never seen Barcelona so frustrated with a goalkeeper. They were chucking the kitchen sink at him, and they just couldn't score because Joe Hart was basically doing everything he could to keep him out, and the City players didn't really help him out enough. But yep, CFC, you're entitled to your opinion, mate. Although, like I said, I have to look that up. I don't remember that well, but I'm sure he apologised for it if he did do that. John Kerr saying, I like Joe Hart, but has become a liability for Celtic. Do you think so? Okay, fair enough. Mind you, I trust your opinion better than mine, John, because you've seen him a lot more for Celtic than I have. I thought he was doing quite well for Celtic, to be fair, but yeah, thank you very much, John, for that insight, mate. With the mistake he made in this game earlier on, and it almost costing Celtic a goal, because if Aberdeen had got behind him, they'd have definitely scored. But judging, obviously, I can't judge him totally, but judging on that, I can see what you mean with liability, with mistakes. But yeah, I'm surprised to hear that, John. Thank you. That's very informative, mate. I didn't realise that Celtic fans felt that he was making mistakes up there. I thought he was doing quite well for you guys generally. Well, he might improve this season under Brendan Rodgers. You never know. But yeah, excellent input there from John. Top man, mate. Really appreciate that. That's very informative. Good insight from John Kerr. Top man. And John also giving the thumbs down. So I think that's for Joe Hart. So thanks, mate. CFC focusing in the 2014 World Cup. The 2000 World Cup, he said it to small boy, you should search it up after Gaz. Right. Well, I didn't know that. And what's this? What? Shut up, you clown. Is that the most intelligent comment you can come on with, mate? You want to shut me up? Come on the channel. Talking big, coming on my channel, talking big and bag with your Rangers flags. Get on social media, get in touch with me, and come on this channel and shut me up, mate. Come on this channel. I challenge you to come on this channel and shut me up and have it face to face. Don't come on with some boneheaded comment like that. Shut up, you clown. You're the clown for putting that comment, mate. You're the clown. Don't come talking on your big and bag halfway through a conversation telling me to shut up, you clown. I challenge you to come on this channel and say that to me face to face, mate. Face to face. Let's see who the clown is. If you think you're big and bad, talking smart like that, coming in on my chat, disrespecting me with a comment like that, mate, I challenge you. Let's see how much of a clown you are in front of camera when everybody can see your face to face, and we'll have a debate. You and me, mate. Bring it on. Come on, bring it on. I challenge you. It's all right coming talking like the big man in the chat, innit? Talking crap like that. But let's see if you can do it when you're live on YouTube face to face and you've got somebody like me that actually knows the game and understands how the game's played and looks at everything without tinted glasses on. Honest, there's some real idiots out there. Go on, drop your dislike and bugger off. John Kerr saying, definitely, Joe should have given away a penalty last week. He is Hart in mouth almost every week. Listen to the state of you. I'm not going to highlight your comment, mate. All I'm going to say, if you think you know more than me or you think that you can shut me up, I'll invite you on the channel. Right here, right like now. Come on the channel. Don't look at it hiding behind a fake name. Know my name. Coward hiding behind a fake account, coming on here telling me to shut up. Why don't you wind your neck in, mate? You're the one hiding behind a fake account, not got the backbone to put your. Sorry, John, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to this clown here at the bottom. Know my name. That's the cowardly way is hiding behind using social media to hide. Coward. Absolute coward. Coming on here telling other people to shut up that have got the backbone to sit here and put their face on camera to be the person that you are, not hide behind an unknown name. Coward. Absolute coward. Come on here and have it face to face with me, you coward. Anyway, we've had enough of that plonker. Let's ban user and get rid of him because he's an absolute fool. Sorry about that, guys. I've got to react occasionally to people like that. Absolute pathetic comment coming on here with a fake account, hiding his identity, talking all big and bad. Anybody can do that, can't they? Get some backbone, pal, and learn how to be a man and stand on your own 2 feet instead of cowering behind a name with an unknown name, account name. Pathetic. There's some really pathetic people out there, isn't there? Really is. Sad. Talk big and bag about football, but hide behind fake account names. It's pathetic. Right, guys. So let's get to the match stats. Apologies there, guys. I got a little bit frustrated with him, but it's going to happen occasionally, isn't it? We're going to get the occasional Egypt that comes on the channel thinking that they're big and bad, hiding behind an account name. What reality is, it's just cowardly, innit? When they're not prepared to show who they truly are, but come talking all big and bad. So let's have a quick look at the match stats, guys. See how that game went in numbers. So yeah, share on screen. Hang on a second, guys. Well, one thing you guarantee with me, guys, is entertainment, because I certainly ain't going to listen to some idiot coming on a fake on with a hiding their identity, trying to talk down to me. So you're always going to get entertainment. I say what I see, and if people don't like it, that's their problem, innit? So there you go. And see, I'm sharing the wrong one here, guys. Sorry, my bad. Come on, we'll get there in a second. He who dares wins. There we go. Are we getting there now? Yeah, we're getting there now. Sorry about that, guys. So here's how the game went in numbers. As you can see, guys, total shots 11 for Aberdeen, 16 for Celtic. Shots on target 2 for Aberdeen, 10 for Celtic. Possession 33% for Aberdeen, 67% for Celtic. Passes 249 for Aberdeen, 529 for Celtic. Pass accuracy 53% for Aberdeen, 75% for Celtic. Fouls 12 for Aberdeen, 11 for Celtic. Yellow cards, none for Aberdeen, 2 against Celtic. No red cards, thankfully. Offsides, 1 for Aberdeen, 1 for Celtic. Corners, 9 for Aberdeen and also 9 for Celtic. So there you go, guys. That's how the game went in numbers. So yeah, thanks. So John Kerr saying, Gaz, tell him to win a trophy. Mate, I'm not really interested in salty Rangers fans. I've given them respect plenty of times before, but as soon as one thing I've noticed with Rangers fans, they're happy to listen to you when you're talking nicely about their club. But when it comes to giving constructive criticism, they're very quick to react and start dropping hateful comments, which just shows that some of the fan community don't have the football intelligence or knowledge to accept constructive criticism. But yeah, I take you on board. I'm going to give that a laugh. No, wrong one. That's that one I'm looking for. Sorry, guys. But yeah, John, that's a good comment. John there with some friendly banter against the Rangers fan. John Kerr saying the Union flag gave it away. He's a Rangers. I know, mate. I'm no problem with the Rangers fans. I am not looking for a problem with the Rangers fans. But if they can't accept constructive criticism, I've just given them a compliment. It just goes to show he's a clown because he didn't listen to. He's only heard part of the conversation, then comes in clown, show me a clown. If he'd backed it up, he'd have actually listened to the rest of the conversation. He'd have heard I gave Rangers credit for winning a competition not 10 minutes earlier. So it just shows it's, mate, you're always going to get people that come in, listen to a little bit of the conversation, and then jump in with their hateful comments. Let them go on with it. CFC Focus saying, John, I know he is a clown, but Rangers is most successful team in the world, mate. No comment. No comment. I'm not even going to react to that. It's all right, mate. No, I'm going to. I'm no comment. John's giving a reaction. John saying Celtic 116 trophies, Rangers 117 trophies, most successful team, but not for long. I'm not getting into the trophy debate. I'm not getting into it. CFC Focus saying I have to admit him. I'm a Gears fan, but I never disrespect a club like that clown. Nice one, CFC. FC, yep. Like I say, no problem. It's just you're gonna get fools like that, aren't you? John Kerr saying my family is pretty much half each. Oh, John, I bet that causes some interesting debates at Christmas time and stuff then when the family gets together. Oh, flipping heck. Half of your family's Celtic and half of your family's Rangers. Wow, that's definitely, well, I'd certainly be like to be a fly on the wall in your household on Boxing Day anyway. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? But yep, awesome. As I say, guys, I don't mind people coming in not liking my comments, but as long as they do it with respect. The same way John did. John didn't necessarily agree with my opinion. I would massive respect to you guys. I would not expect you to always agree with my opinion. But John debated with me like an adult, unlike that unfortunate Schmiel that decided to drop in telling us that was a clown after hearing a quarter of the conversation. Not to worry, guys. It is what it is. But thank you. CFC Focus also saying, could you report that person? I'm not really that bothered about it, to be honest. Let's not give them the time of day. Sorry, guys. Just getting rid of the haters coming in with their cowardly comments and hiding behind fake account names. It's easy to talk bad when you talk big and bad when you're hiding behind your phone, aren't you? Just with a fake name. Nobody knows who you are. Not to worry. Anyway, guys. So that's about time to wrap it up now. The chat's gone quiet, so I might as well jump off and go and spend a bit of time with my lovely missus. So thank you to all you guys that dropped in. Chelsea FC Focus saying, I reported him, guys. I'm not really bothered, mate. I've no offense, I've crap bigger than them. So, let them get on with it. They got empty lives. They're just coming on here hating me just because I've got an opinion that they don't like. Let them get on with it. Some of us have football intelligence and actually want to talk about football intellectually, not with the tinted glasses on, not with the club, the clan mentality, shall we say. I like to look at football from all angles. I'm a football fan. I'm not a football hater. So let the haters get on with the hate and they come on here, I'll just block them. So thanks for that, mate. But no, that's up to you, CFC. I'm not really bothered. Let them get on with it. I just ignore them. John Kerr saying, see you later, guys. Thank you, John. Been a pleasure, mate. I'm going to jump off. Thank you, CFC Focus, and also John Kerr. You guys, amazing. Absolutely top class for comments from you guys. Thank you very much It's been enjoyable having the conversation with you this afternoon. Sorry, apologies. Weren't at my best with the commentary this afternoon. I did get a bit sidetracked with the comments, but thank you to you guys contributing in the chat. Always appreciate. Also, quick shout out to Stevie as well, who wasn't available today, but this stream, but will be available for later stream. Ryan Clark, who dropped in as well. Dave Shields, who dropped in earlier. Shout out to you guys, but special shout out to also. Shout out to Ryan Clark as well, but special shout out to CFC and also Dave Shield, as well as John Kerr, who made a really great contribution to the chat today. So thank you to you guys. I am going to jump off. I'm just going to read out the final comment. So thanks, John. Take care, mate. Enjoy the rest of your day. Mate, see you on the next one. CFC Focus saying, goodbye, guys. Catch you another time. Will you be watching some of the Premier League on TV? Yeah, I will hopefully be catching that game later on. So, yeah. But that's it for me for now, guys. I will see you again soon. Hopefully catch you later on. But enjoy the rest of your day, guys. All the best. Stay safe. And I'll catch up with you again soon. Bye for now.